So-called peace talks ongoing and Russian troops repositioning. The war on Ukraine rages on with no end in sight. And the Ukrainian people are paying the price. But good people we've been featuring from around the world are stepping up to help those whose lives have been devastated. I want to bring in a couple of those folks doing extraordinary relief work in Romania. American missionary Kalep Roberson and Regional Mission Director for Euro Relief Eastern Europe, John Gaynor. Welcome, both of you. It's great to have you.
Thank you for having us, Shannon.
Okay, John, tell me about the Romania connection, what's happening there to help these folks as they flee. And we've got, I want to put this up, the Ukrainian refugee crisis map. We know that more than 10 million people are displaced, more than 4 million of them, I believe, outside the country. What are you guys doing in Romania to help?
Well, we noticed that a lot of refugees were fleeing to Poland. We knew that Poland was going to be filling up fairly quickly, that resources were going to be stretched then. And so when we found that we could be receiving refugees in Romania, we were thrilled because we understood that the Romanian people were eager to help. And so it presented a great opportunity to be able to help people that I served with in Ukraine with Contact Mission.
Yeah, and John, you have some deep roots there, it sounds like.
That's right. I was a missionary with Contact Mission in Ukraine for 11 years in a town called Kremenchuk. Kremenchuk has been largely ineffective, even though it's a town of 100,000 people. It's in the center of the country, so it has not been a huge target, although they have had rockets going overhead constantly, and they never would know when one of those rockets has got their name on it.
Yeah. Kalep, what are you seeing, and what are the experience of folks there as you're trying to help in that region?
Yeah, Romania has actually been a huge help, and the people have embraced their neighbors, which has been quite amazing. And they've been able to house them in their homes, give them transport. And so we've done a little bit of that. We had a 5-acre campground given to us not too long ago. And we have set up since then 9 ISOBox container homes, and we have 7 families with us now. And today, actually, we have 4 homes that are scheduled to arrive today. So, yeah, we're quite excited being able to help. It's quite sad. We have a lady who's been here who was just reunited with her husband because he stayed back to help his church in Kremenchuk. And then last night, we got to see them be reunited with his family, and that was really good. And we have a family that arrived, too, last night that they were leaving because they don't have access to insulin. Their child is diabetic, and so there's just those kind of things that happen. And yeah, there's just a lot of need, and we're just really impressed that Romanian people have come up and joined us, and it's been honoring to do that.
Well, we are grateful to see people selflessly working in that region like you too, and everybody who's working along with you. The Washington Post says this: the exodus, staggering in its scale and speed, has turned into the fastest growing refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. The conflict has forced about 1 in 4 people out of their homes seeking refuge within the country or across its borders. It has also uprooted half of Ukraine's children, raising fears of the threat of human trafficking. John, how worried are you about all of these spin-off problems that are coming from this?
Yeah, it's really deep on my heart. I was coming back from Romania, and I was looking at some pictures of children who had lost their fathers to the war, and I just broke down crying right there on the airplane. It breaks my heart to know that that we can see so much human evil. It's really almost surprising. But I want to really highlight that while there's so much human evil, we talked about the human trafficking, there's also a ton of human virtue that we see, especially from the Romanian side and the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians are not coming to this camp to be refugees. They don't like to be known as refugees. Right. They're coming to serve each other, which I think is that's the real thing we need to focus on.
And quickly, I'm not sure which of you is the best to answer this question. Is there a link? Is there a way that people could donate or help or get involved?
Yeah, Contact Mission has done an amazing job. You see the link there to GoKMUSA. Unlike most NGOs, Contact Mission is actually giving 100% of all funds received to Ukrainian relief. And so we have kind of a 3-prong approach. We have ministries that are inside Ukraine that are providing food deeper into the country to places like Kharkov and Odessa and even to Irping. We had a Bible college there that was also bombed a few days ago. Our second prong is we are taking food across the border into Lviv from Poland, from Germany, and then we are receiving refugees in Romania. Oh. And so those are kind of the three ways that we're attacking the issue, and it's a very fluid situation, but we believe with those three methods we'll have the most effect.
God bless you guys. Kalep and John, thank you so much for what you're doing, and like I said, everyone working along with you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shannon.
And in these troubling times, a little hope from my friend and best-selling author Jenny Allen is going to join